Ramana Maharshi taught that the spiritual path is not about adding anything to yourself. It is a path of subtraction, a gentle peeling away of illusion until only the truth remains. It is not about becoming someone new. It is about recognizing what you already are, right now, beneath the layers of identity, story, and conditioning. To do this, you don't need force. You need precision. You need a scalpel, not a hammer. Ramana Maharshi said, "Your duty is to be, not to be this or that." The essential truth is simple. I am that I am. But how do we be still when the mind feels like a storm? Ramana's answer was direct. Use the movement of the mind to turn the mind upon itself. This is the essence of Atma Vichara, self-inquiry, the most direct path he offered. And it all begins with the single thought at the root of all others, the I thought. Every experience you have, joy, fear, anger, desire, can only arise because the sense of I is there first. I am worried. I am excited. I am stressed. The I comes before the story. Ramana instructed, trace this I back to its source. If the I is a thread, follow it inward to where it emerges. Here is the method, step by step. Step 1. A thought occurs. I am worried about tomorrow. Step 2. Instead of following the worry, pause and ask, to whom has this thought appeared? The answer arises naturally. To me. Now, turn your attention fully toward that me and ask, who am I? This question is not meant to be answered with words, not with concepts, not with spiritual ideas. Any verbal answer, I am consciousness, I am a soul, I am a good person, is just another thought, another label. Ramana emphasized, the question is not to produce an answer. The question is the tool. It focuses your attention inward, away from the noise of the mind, toward the raw feeling of being. When you ask, who am I? Simply rest attention in the direct sensation of I, the pure presence before thought. This is the diving. It is like taking a deep breath and sinking beneath the surface of the mind into the stillness of the heart. Not the physical heart, but the spiritual center of your being. What happens next? The ego, the I as a separate entity, cannot survive direct scrutiny. It only exists when you're not looking at it. When you turn your attention fully onto it, it begins to fade. And yes, you will get distracted. You will drift into thoughts about dinner, your to-do list, something someone said. This is not failure. This is part of the practice. When you notice your distraction, simply ask, to whom has this thought arisen? To me. Who am I? You dive again. Every thought becomes a new entry point. Each distraction becomes a doorway back to the source. Ramana said, do not pursue thoughts. Instead, inquire to whom they arise. They will disappear. Over time, the mind begins to quiet, not through force, but because you are no longer feeding it. You are starving its root. With persistence, something profound occurs. The I thought dissolves. Even for a moment, its absence is unmistakable. And what remains in that absence? A vast, quiet openness, a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a stillness that cannot be shaken. You do not find of the self. You realize you have always been the self. The ego is revealed to be a shadow, an appearance without substance. Ramana Maharshi said, "Liberation is simply knowing one's own self." Self-inquiry is the scalpel. It cuts away the illusion of the individual seeker. The invitation is simple. The tool is in your hands. Who are you truly? Not the story, not the roles, not the thoughts, but the one who sees, the one who is the self. Who am I?